Hi, this is Masenya of Masenya Attorneys Incorporated, a law firm based in Centurion, Republic of South Africa. We boast 24 years of legal practice in the areas of commercial and tax laws. My professional team and I have over the years proved great success in assisting numerous clients with a myriad of commercial and tax matters involving millions of rands. We are skilled, experienced, qualified, and have the capacity to assist you. Email us at clients@cntlaw.co.za or call us 011-318-6592 or 084-383-7747. All consultations are strictly by appointment.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is Solomon's Temple, where we get to look at all things church and our work with God. My name is Uncle Solomon, and it's good to be with you guys today on this channel. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, Solomon's Temple. I would like to make a special announcement, special request, and seek for your help. Since 2017, I've been exposing a false prophet who is a charlatan called Alf Lukau. If you see this picture, you remember who this man is. This is Alf Lukau. For me, he's a charlatan. His teachings and declarations are very unbiblical. This was an incident of somebody who was said to have died, who was in a coffin, in an ambulance, was taken to his church, and he came out of the church and prayed for him. Everything was on video, live and everything. But then when there was so much heat, they removed all the videos and all that kind of stuff, right? So he's a charlatan. He took me to court because I was exposing him since 2017. And because of that, I totally refused, because I feel the pain of the victims. I refused to be quiet, and which led to me going to prison and serving prison time. And then after I came out a year later, he requested that I pay his legal fee, which the court agreed, which total about 350,000. I have collected from a lot of you guys over the last 2 years, about 250,000 already sitting, even more, because I had to use some of them for my legal issue with Ad Bossoff and CRC. Now, this is the letter I got last week, Friday, giving me just a week to pay the cost of 350,687,127 cents. Failure to do so, they will come to my house and claim my stuff that I use with my family. They will take all of it, right? So it's called a warrant of execution. So I have an ask for you. I need about 100,000 rand, which is, how much is that? In dollars, it's 1, 2, 3, maybe, I don't know, maybe $7,000 or $6,000 to be able to get there. So if you are in position to help, please, I would like for you to stand with me this last bit and pay up. You can do that via PayPal, solomontalks@yahoo.com. For a lot of people, it's a lot of money, and it is. But we must not be shy from the price that we have to pay when it comes to standing for the truth. Going to prison, my family being threatened, my kids, it's not something that I enjoy. But I believe it is the price that I have to pay. And a lot of that has created a whole lot of awareness around these charlatans and false prophets across Africa and across South Africa. If you are in Nigeria, you want to help out, please do so via this account. And if you are in South Africa, you can also do so there. Please do so based on how God leads, and I will keep you informed as we go along. But I thank you so much. I want to share a very sad story, because anytime there's a leadership crisis, true abuse, accusations, it's definitely a problem. And Bishop T.D. Jakes, sometimes late last year, was accused by a pastor who said Bishop T.D. Jakes sexually assaulted him. So he said that publicly. T.D. Jakes sued him, so they're now in court. But then there's a second pastor who actually came out. He said, no, I was Bishop T.D. Jakes' armor bearer. I used to carry his Bible and his stuff when he goes to preach in West Virginia, even before T.D. Jakes moved to Dallas. And he didn't conduct himself the right way. Let's find out what actually this person is actually saying. So this is a second pastor now. Both these guys are pastors who used to serve under him. He was their leader. They were like youth leaders. Both of them accusing him. And here it says that the sexual assault reportedly occurred during an overnight. Let me see which one is first. So it says Richard Youngblood, that's the name of the second person now, states in his affidavit. So he actually submitted an affidavit to the court that Jakes climbed into Youngblood, that's his bed, when the two were sharing a hotel room in 1986. He pressed his body against mine and asked, Youngblood, do you feel that? He was referencing his erection that he was pressing against my backside, the affidavit states. The sexual assault reportedly occurred during an overnight stay, obviously, in West Virginia, where Jakes allegedly secured a room with 2 beds. Youngblood said after Jakes climbed into his bed and tried to perform a sex act, Youngblood got out of the bed and said Jakes then tried to kiss him. And this is a photo of one of the pastors who actually accused him. So this is a major crisis, isn't it? One thing I've learned over the years is to be careful who I defend, especially Christian leaders, because you would think you know them because you watch them on television, you read their books, you listen to their podcasts, you think you know them. They talk about God, they talk about holiness and righteousness, they talk about, they bless your life through their teachings, and all that is fine and good. But the fact is, we don't know who these people are. I don't expect you to defend me if you're not comfortable defending me because you don't know who I am. A lot of my work and activism against false prophets and charlatans and abuse in churches, I've had situations where I will post something and almost like the whole church will come attacking me and defending the pastor because I said the pastor stole money. There's enough evidences, or because I said the pastor was involved with another woman. They will come after defending this pastor or prophet. And guess what? 2 years down the line, some of them would sneak into my DM and say, look, Solomon, I'm really sorry. I used to attack you. I used to pray against you because you were attacking our pastor and all that kind of stuff. Look at Bushiri today. Where is he? I've been exposing him for a while. People weren't paying attention. Where is Zondo? He's in court right now. Where's Omoto Show? He is. Another pastor who is in prison. 5 years awaiting trial. In 2 months, they're going to give their final judgment. So there's a crisis here. And I always say, if I was a leader like these guys, and that's the way I advise leaders, if you have been caught in the act, just come out and say, hey guys, I messed up. That should be your first step. Not trying to defend yourself, not trying to threaten people to keep quiet, not trying to pay people, not trying to sue people, not trying to hire top lawyers to keep people quiet. All that is not going to do you no good before people and before God. We've seen a lot of this, crisis and scandal like P. Diddy and a whole lot of other celebrities. And it's happening in the church. Matter of fact, the church is going to be worse. But Solomon, this is T.D. Jakes we're talking about. T.D. Jakes cannot do something like that. Says who? He's human. If you give yourself to sin, sin will consume you. No matter who you are. The only way to stay away from having those sort of scandal around you is to stay away from enjoying sin in any way, getting involved in sin, and hiding it in secret. One of the most terrible ways to make a weak Christian is to have a Christian who sins in secret. Well, my wife doesn't know. I've been doing it for years. My friend doesn't know. My family doesn't know. My church friends, my pastor doesn't know. And it's fine. You're doing it for years. You're only making yourself weaker and weaker and weaker. You're losing authority. Authority that comes from a place of righteousness, right standing with God. So we must observe our leadership carefully. We must. It's okay to evaluate our leaders. It's okay to give your leader a benefit of a doubt, but also it's okay to question your leader, to question things that you hear. I'm not saying go and character assassinate the person where there is no truth or condemn the person. No, I'm not saying that. There are demons that would yank you from righteousness into sin, seeking to devour you every single day, and we must stay awake. We must be awake. In these days that we're living in, without righteousness as a Christian, you are weak. Matter of fact, lately, if people say they are Christians, or they say, I know that guy is Christian, or the person says he's a Christian, and say, what kind of Christian are you? Because there are Christians that believe that you can cheat other people to make money. That's how you accumulate wealth. There are Christians and pastors and bishops that believe that it is okay to sleep with another woman to commit adultery. There are Christians that believe that it's okay to commit fornication. There are Christians that feel that it's okay for a man and a woman who are not married to stay together. Matter of fact, there are Christians who feel that it's okay to have a baby even though I'm not married. There are Christians that feel it's okay to abuse alcohol. Christians. So when somebody says he's a Christian, be careful. Listen twice. When somebody says he's a pastor, or he says he's a bishop or a prophet, that's not enough. That's not enough. We're living in those days where it seems like we're becoming weak and weak as a church. And there's a need for us to continue to seek for righteousness and holiness every single day. And I pray that you would have a vigor to seek for righteousness, a vigor to seek for holiness, a vigor to pursue Jesus, a vigor to deny your flesh what the flesh wants. For a lot of Christians, what the flesh wants, the flesh gets. No, you die to your flesh. And death is every single day you wake up in the morning. Because you're going to face temptations. You're going to face obstacles. But you are able to arise far more. You are able to conquer and emerge victorious through the Holy Spirit. Thank you, guys. God bless you.